Hello, young readers, and welcome back, returning young readers. I am your little darling narrator, and I'm going to be guiding you to another adventure through Storyland. Now, before we can get started, I'm going to need you all to pull out your imagination because we're going to be using it in this episode, okay? And also, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, I'm inviting you to do that right now. I'm going to open the doors for you. And while you're there, go ahead and hit the bell. The bell is going to let you know every time we post a new story. Okay? And if you like a story, I really need you guys to do me a favor. Go ahead and smash that like button. Let the world know you like it, okay? Now, if you're ready, sit back, relax, and we'll get started. The name of this story is called Three Pirates and a Duck. And this is by Doug Peterson. And this is also part of the Veggie Tales, Values to Grow By. Ahoy there, mateys! Let me tickle your ears with a strange, delicious tale about the pirates who don't do anything. If you can believe it, these pirates hardly ever sailed anywhere. That's why they've never been to Greenland. They've never buried treasure in St. Louis or St. Paul. And they've never even been to Boston in the fall. The pirates who don't do anything usually lie around all day watching reruns on TV and eating twisted cheese curls. But not today. Is our ship moving? Asked Paul Gray, the pirate captain. Hey, I think it is, said Mr. Lunt. Didn't you tie our ship to the dock last night? He asked Larry the cucumber. Did I do what? Asked Larry. Did you tie our ship to the dock? Repeated Mr. Lunt. Oops, said Larry. I thought you asked me to tie the ship to the duck. Quack! That's duck talk for this rope is itchy. Shiver me timbers! During the night, their ship had drifted out to sea. There was nothing but water all around, except one thing far, far away. As the ship floated closer to this thing, Larry put a telescope up to his eye. I don't see anything, Larry said. That's because you're wearing a pirate patch on both eyes, Mr. Lunt said. Oh, right. Good point, Larry admitted. Then he flipped up one of the patches and stared at the thing in the water. This thing was huge, but it wasn't a whale. It wasn't a giant squid. It wasn't even King Kong in a bathing suit. It was a giant cookie. There she blows, Larry said. Well, I'll be, said Paul Gray. It's Moby Chip, the largest chocolate chip cookie on the 7 seas. It's making me hungry, said Mr. Lunt. So the pirates harpooned the monster cookie and hauled it on board the ship. But that's when the trouble started. I saw the cookie first, so it's mine, said Larry. But I'm the one who knew it was called Moby Chip, said Paul Gray, so it's mine. But I have the sweetest tooth on the ship, added Mr. Lunt, so it's mine. As you can see, matey, God had given them a good thing, a giant chocolate chip cookie. But these pirates did not want to share it. They began to fight over the cookie in the wackiest way, with dirty laundry. Pa Grape filled his cannon with unwashed pirate clothes. "Take this, you dirty rats," he declared. "Kaboom!" "Oh yeah?" shouted Mr. Lunt. "Take this! Kapow!" "That's nothing," yelled Larry. "I'll get you." Larry closed his eyes and waited for his cannon to fire the dirty clothes, but the duck turned it around on him. Kablooey! "Arr!" Larry scowled. That is pirate talk for never trust a duck. The fighting went on and on. Socks, shirts, and eye patches were flying everywhere. Finally, Pa Grape shouted, "I am king of the cookie," as he planted a flag in the center of the giant cookie. "Hey, wait, Captain," said Mr. Lunt. "Am I seeing things? Or is our ship filling with water?" Mr. Lunt was right. The giant cookie was so heavy that it was sinking their ship. "Arr! What do we do? What do we do?" Larry shouted, running around in circles until he crashed into the main mast. "There's only one thing we can do," said Pa Grape. The others turned and looked him in the eye, even the duck. "We must share the cookie." So the pirates who don't do anything actually did something. They shared a good thing from God. Together, they began to gobble up the chocolate chip cookie, trying to make it smaller and lighter. The amazing thing is that the more the three pirates and the duck shared the cookie, the happier they felt. And it wasn't just because the cookie was so tasty. They also became much better friends. After all, when you share, you make friends. But their troubles were far from over. "Arr!" growled Pa Grape. "We can't eat the cookie fast enough. The ship is still sinking." "Should we jump ship? Jump ship?" said Mr. Lunt. "I thought the captain was supposed to go down with the chip," Larry added, looking at Pa Grape. While the pirates tried to figure out what to do, another ship suddenly sailed alongside them. "Ahoy there, my good pirates!" shouted the tall asparagus captain on the other ship. "Do you know how to get to Captain Cookie Island? We need to get there before our milk goes bad." "Why can't you just drink the milk?" asked Mr. Lunt. "Because we don't have cookies to dip in it," said the asparagus. "And everyone knows that Captain Cookie Island has the best cookies in the world." Mr. Lunt looked at Pa Grape, who looked at Larry, who looked at the duck, who just quacked. "This is your day," declared Pa Grape. "We have the biggest cookie in the world. Moby Chip. We'll share it with you." The asparagus eyes grew wide when he spotted the huge cookie. "If you're going to share your cookie, then we'll share our milk," he said. "Prepare to be boarded." So the asparagus and his sailors swarmed onto the pirate ship. As everyone shared, the cookie got smaller and the ship was saved. The pirates were also happy because they had made new friends. "Yo ho ho and a carton of milk," Larry shouted. He dipped a piece of cookie in milk and handed it to the duck. "Quack!" That's duck talk for thanks for sharing. The pirates who don't do anything still have never been to Greenland. They still have never buried treasure in St. Louis or St. Paul, and they still have never been to Boston in the fall. But at long last, not only had these pirates made new friends, but they have also learned to share. And that is the greatest treasure of all, matey. So come with us. The Lord will give us good things. We'll share them with you. Well, that ends our story. And I hope you were able to give your imagination a good workout with this one. And of course, you know what the moral of the story was. And as a good friend of mine once told me, sharing is caring. So, until next time, my young readers, I am your little darling narrator, out.